I'm Rob Skinner, and this is the Rob Skinner Podcast. Today, I want to talk about one of the most underrated superpowers of the Christian life: contentment. All this and more on the Rob Skinner Podcast. Welcome back to the Rob Skinner Podcast. My goal is to inspire you to live a no regrets life, make this life count, and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. It's easy to get anxious. It's easy to get worried. It's easy to be discontent about all the things that need to happen. And so we're going to be talking today about contentment. And on that subject, the Apostle Paul says in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6, "But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that." Now, that's a radical idea in a culture that constantly tell us we need more money, more stuff, more things, more food, more drink, more everything, more status, more likes, more followers. But contentment isn't about what you have. It's about what you realize you already have. I did an episode just a little bit back where I asked, what's missing? I talked about how in my quiet times, I'll ask myself, hey, what's missing? And my answer is really simple. Nothing. There's nothing missing in my life. Now, the fact that I'm doing 2 episodes so close on the subject of contentment reveals a little something about myself, because these scriptures and these topics are things that I wrestle with in my spiritual life. So contentment, I'm not coming down from the mountain and saying, oh my gosh, here is what I've learned. Yeah, maybe it's what I've learned, but it's more like what I've wrestled with in my relationship with God, in being content and being satisfied, and just how I'm working on these concepts. But that's really the heart of it. When you have God, you have everything that you truly need. And for Paul, he said, listen, if we have food and clothing, we'll be content with that. That's a pretty low bar, isn't it? Food and clothing. I mean, no, housing is not mentioned. Car is not mentioned. Internet's not mentioned for sure. Just food and clothing. Imagine if you just had just food, just clothing. Could you say, hey, I'm happy. I'm doing great. I've got something to wear and I've got some food in my stomach. Wow. Don't have a house, but that's okay. When I was a young Christian, I owned almost nothing. I had a Bible, I had a small desk, I had a beat up 1971 Ford Maverick, and one pair of Chuck Taylor Converse high tops to my name. That was it, pretty much it. And so one morning, after having a quiet time, I was sitting at my desk at Dwight and Piedmont in Berkeley. And it had a great view of the intersection. I just would look out there and just kind of meditate. And I remember sitting there thinking, man, I could retire right now. I'm just like so happy. I think I was like 21 or 22 at the time. And I thought, I could just, call it good. I was 21 years old and I meant it. I mean, I felt like I had everything I needed in my life. I had God in my life. I had a purpose worth living for. I had great friends walking the same road with me. I was not rich by any standard, but I was overflowing with joy. I felt free. I felt light. I felt at peace. And that was an awesome feeling. It was a fleeting feeling. It was just, that's why I still remember it. It was kind of a high point of contentment for me early on. And God just kind of gave me that feeling like, hey, you're going to heaven. Pretty much you could call it good right here. You have everything you need. And there have been times since then, for sure, when I've lost that perspective, when I've let comparison, ambition, pressure steal my joy. But my 21-year-old self was absolutely right. And I have to give him some attaboys and just say, good job, Rob. Contentment isn't found in accumulation, it's found in appreciation. Let me say that again. Contentment isn't found in accumulation, it's found in appreciation. When you slow down long enough to notice what God has already provided in your life, you realize you're not missing anything. You already have more than enough to be grateful for right now, more than enough to be joyful, more than enough to live a rich and meaningful life. So today, let me ask you again, what's missing in your life? What's missing? Take a look around your faith, your family, your friends, the breath in your lungs, the purpose God has given you. You're richer than you think because godliness with contentment is great gain. Thanks for listening. Please go to my website and sign up for my email newsletter. Read my new book called The 10X Christian, because my goal is to inspire you to live a no regrets life, make this life count, and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. Have a great day and make this life count.